Well, it is the third week of playoffs. It's the first day here. I'm joined by Bjergsen, who is almost certainly exhausted after a 5 game series. Of course, this coverage brought to you by Alienware. So, Bjergsen, first 2 games, what happened? Because they did not, it looked a little messy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the big question for us right now is that in all three series we played, we've come in pretty cold and not played super well the first game or two, and then we really start warming up, and I feel like the games become so easy, but we're really not coming in super sharp, and that's just something that we're going to need to kind of think about and problem solve going into our series for Worlds. I can't tell you exactly why. It just feels like everyone, like different people in different games individually, is not really being all there and not playing their best game. We just need to figure out how we can come in a little bit harder.
Bwipo told me, I interviewed him a couple days ago, and I said, "Do you think CLG can push you guys to 5 games?" And he said, "No, not at all, unless we shit the bed." Do you think what happened today qualifies as a shitting of the bed?
I would say so, yeah. Were you watching the games? There's definitely some shitting of the bed happening.
Is it a situation where you guys feel like you're just turning it on when your back is against the wall?
No, I don't think so, because I think the general feeling is that our backs are against the wall in the lower bracket. I can definitely feel that, like, the stress is there in the day to day, but it's the good kind of, like, we want to win and we want to do our best kind of stress. So I don't think we're coming in relaxed or anything. We're just not coming in as strong as we end up showing in, like, games 2, 3, and 4.
What did you think of CLG? Because obviously you're sending them home for the rest of the year with that series, but I feel like a lot of people have been excited about them over the course of this year. So, what is your kind of assessment of them here at the end of their season?
I think they're a really respectable team. They made incredible changes from spring to summer. I think they only maybe changed one player on their team, but, like, the way that they're playing together as a team and contracts, I think really well deserved most improved player. I think in spring split, I would argue he was maybe one of the worst performing players in all of LCS, and in summer, like, he's honestly playing really well. He had a few tough games in the series, like game 3 and 4, where I think he wasn't team fighting very well on his champion, but in general, like, a really big glow up from him and CLG as a whole. Palafox is a player that I've had respect from ever since I played him when he was on C9 Academy in 2020. We scrimmed them around playoffs time. We didn't really have anyone to scrim, and I was like, man, Palafox is better than a lot of the LCS mids that I'm currently playing against. So it's no surprise that he's doing well in LCS now.
Okay, so you guys now will have to play one more match this weekend to determine if you're going to both Chicago and to Worlds. Do you have an expectation of which team you'll be facing that day?
I think the expectation is EG, obviously, but you never know. I mean, they might react really poorly to their loss. EG has been kind of like riding the high ever since spring. They were just 3-0ing people. They were looking consistently the strongest in the regular season in summer. So taking a loss like that, it might whip them back in shape, or they might really struggle with that pressure of, like, it being on the line for Worlds and going from being the best team to getting sort of crushed by C9. So and TSM has been looking better and better with time. So I don't really have a. It's not too important to me who we face right now. The biggest thing for me is just figuring out how we can play like we do starting from game 1 and not having to wait until we're down 1 or 2 games.
Okay, so assuming you face EG, it will be a rematch essentially in terms of the best of 5 of the spring match, the battle to get into winners final grand finals. Anyway, last time they were able to clean sweep you. How confident are you that you guys will be able to avoid a situation like that again?
I'm not really as scared of EG as I think they were showing in spring. I mean, I wasn't very scared going into the mid-spring either, but I think they really showed everyone up, and they came in super strong in that final week, slamming everyone 3-0. But I feel like Jojo was really exceptionally strong in spring, especially in his laning phase, whereas I haven't really felt that pressure for him in summer. I feel like Abadage is a more standout player now than Jojo is to me. Maybe not in the laning phase, but I would argue performs really consistently out of the lane. And I think a big strength in Spring was just like Jojo inspired and Vulcan carrying the early game, and then Danny being an exceptional team fighter. I think Danny's still a good team fighter, but he's been kind of exposed in terms of draft and champion pool lately. So we'll see. I think our prep against him is going to be very important.
All right, very good. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans ahead of the match this weekend?
I hope you guys enjoyed another 5-game series. This time we actually won, which feels good. I didn't really know if we had it in us to like bring it back from 0-2 again and actually take it all the way this time, but we did, which shows a lot of resilience and I think good adaptation from us as well. In Spring, it was actually quite the opposite, where maybe apart from the EG series, we started out strong in a lot of the series, and our adaptation wasn't good, and the other teams seemed like they were getting progressively better as the series went on, but we made some changes in how we adapt, and I think we've improved in that. Now we just need to bring back the strong starts as well. So yeah, I'm excited for next week or Sunday, I guess.
Just a couple of days out. Thank you so much for the interview. Looking forward to seeing how you guys do this Sunday, and we'll see who you face. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching that interview. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, because that number going up is the only way that I feel happiness. Also, if you purchase an Alienware computer, please, please, please do it through my link below. They sponsor the channel. It's very nice, and whenever you purchase that link, I see a portion of that revenue come back to TGI. Also, very random, I don't know if you care about this, but for $2.99, you can now hit that membership button on the YouTube channel. I'm experimenting with it, and you might be able to see some early content if you become a member. So just a whole lot of things going on. A lot of requests I'm making of you, which I realize is unfair. But you make a lot of requests of me sometimes because you want videos like this. So I feel like it's only fair.